if your text formatting looks pristine, but your paragraphs break in the worst possible places, like this one and this one, then this video will show you how to automatically flow or break the paragraphs across columns and pages exactly the way you want, with no manual line breaks and no text frame resizing. Let's get started. In this document, we are working with the Bookstore inventory catalog layout. When we look at how the text flows through these columns, we run into immediate problems. At the bottom of the first column, we have a book title, catalog code, and author, but only the first line of the summary appears before it breaks to the next column. That looks awkward. It is even worse further down in the next spread, where a title and code sit completely orphaned at the bottom of a column, while the rest of the text is pushed away. I want to fix this by controlling where paragraphs break across columns using a paragraph level feature called 𝘃𝗶𝗹𝗹. How to apply 𝘃𝗶𝗹𝗹? There are two ways to apply 𝘃𝗶𝗹𝗹 to the text. First one is manual method, which is not my favorite, but I will explain anyway. Select any text from the paragraph. Let's say summary. Text control window will appear at the top of the interface. Click on the top corner button with 3 bars. Choose 𝘃𝗶𝗹𝗹. Shortcut key is Ctrl-Alt-K. I will explain you how this panel works in a few moments. Let's close this for now. Another method is automatic, and we can achieve this through paragraph styles. That's my favorite method. Let's first open the paragraph styles panel. To do that, go to Window, Styles, and choose Paragraph Styles. Shortcut key is F11. Once the paragraph styles panel is open, you can see the list of paragraph styles I have already composed and applied on each of them. This includes book title, the code, author, summary, and publication. This style is consistent across all the columns and pages. If you want to learn how to create paragraph styles, then I have a dedicated playlist explaining paragraph styles in detail from scratch. Link is in the card on top of this video and below in the description. Let me tell you something about how a manual method can ruin the workflow. Select the summary paragraph, then I am going through same steps to open the 𝘃𝗶𝗹𝗹 window. Let's check keep with previous and also check keep lines together. Click OK. The thing is, if I apply 𝘃𝗶𝗹𝗹 manually on any paragraph, in this case summary, then paragraph styles will show plus sign next to its paragraph style name. I find this super annoying and I'm not a fan of it. It simply means that the settings have been overwritten on this particular paragraph. Then you are left with 3 options. You want to keep the overrides, or you want to clear the override, or you want to redefine the overrides on this particular paragraph. If you want to keep the override only on this paragraph, then leave it as it is. But this annoying plus symbol will rest next to its paragraph style name. If you want to remove what you have done, then right click on the summary paragraph style and choose Apply Summary Clear Overrides. Once you click on it, the plus sign is gone, which means whatever changes you made manually have been reset to its original settings. If you want all the paragraphs to follow this override, then right click on the summary paragraph style and choose Redefine Style. When you select Redefine Style, after making manual formatting tweaks to your text, InDesign updates the entire paragraph style definition to match whatever local overrides are currently applied. Watch the formatting change across your document as every single paragraph sharing that style instantly updates to adopt those new settings. This saves you from having to manually reapply changes paragraph by paragraph. I'm going to undo all this. Shortcut key is Ctrl-Z. Now, let me explain the automatic method. Let's select summary text, then look at the paragraph styles panel. It shows summary paragraph style is applied on it. We must edit the paragraph style to get the 𝘃𝗶𝗹𝗹𝗃. Right click on it and choose Edit Summary. Or you can simply double click on it. Then summary paragraph styles window will show up with variety of options on the left sidebar. Look at 𝘃𝗶𝗹𝗹𝗃 and you will be able to see 𝘃𝗶𝗹𝗹𝗃 window where you can edit the following settings. Let's explore each of them. Breaking down 𝘃𝗶𝗹𝗃. Let's look at the first checkbox in the panel. Keep with previous. When you click this option, InDesign forces the current paragraph to stay on the exact same page or text frame as the paragraph right before it. Watch the text block shift on the screen as soon as this is enabled. This ensures that a heading or a leading sentence never gets separated and stranded at the bottom of a page away from its body text. Now, moving down to the second field, keep with next. When you increase this number, InDesign forces the current paragraph to stay attached to a set number of lines in the following paragraph. Watch how the layout shifts to lock these elements together, preventing a heading or introductory sentence from getting stranded alone at the bottom of a column. Next up is the Keep Lines Together checkbox. If you check this option, InDesign prevents awkward breaks by ensuring your paragraph doesn't get split across a frame break in an unwanted spot. Underneath that, we have all lines in paragraph. When you select this radio button, the entire paragraph is forced to stay together as a single unit. Watch the text frame adjust as InDesign pushes the whole blocks to the next page or column rather than letting it split at all. Right below that is at start or end of paragraph, which controls orphan and video lines. This setting lets you define the minimum number of lines allowed at the top or bottom of a column or page break. Watch the text dynamically reflow as we adjust the start and end values, ensuring clean spacing without single isolated lines. Finally, at the bottom of the panel, we have the Start Paragraph drop-down menu. By changing this setting from anywhere to options like Next Page or Next Frame, you tell InDesign exactly where this specific paragraph style must begin. Watch the text jump immediately to the top of the next page or column as this rule is applied. Refining settings to fix breaks and spacing. Let's go back and edit our paragraph styles individually to achieve the exact behavior we want without breaking the layout structure. Let's focus on book titles. As you can see, some titles lie at the very bottom of the column, and the code and author continues to the next column. For example, Coordination Chemistry 2, which looks absurd. I will edit the title style by double-clicking on Book Titles Paragraph Styles. Then go to Keep Options and change Keep the Next from 0 to 5 lines. This ensures that a book title can never be separated from its catalog code and author line. Now, look below. We got into another problem. In the paragraph Heterocyclic Chemistry, the title, code and author have been separated from the summary. Let's open the author paragraph styles, go to Keep Options. Make sure Keep with Previous is checked and keep the next to 1. Now, the author has moved, but the code and book title are still lying alone. Therefore, I'm going to open Code Paragraph Style and set the Keep the Next to 2 lines. And I'm going to make sure that Keep with Previous is checked. Now, there is no way book title, code, author and summary will be separated from each other. Now, let's focus on summary paragraphs. Let's look at the first line of the last paragraph at the bottom. In the Inorganic Chemistry, the first line stays and the other 3 lines continue to next column. It looks weird and unappealing. Same goes for Pharmaceutical Chemistry in the other page. To add some flexibility, let's make it 2 lines on the left column and 2 lines on the right column. All you need to do is open the Paragraph Styles panel. Double-click on the Summary Paragraph Style, go to Keep Options. You can easily identify the problem right here. The Keep Options are set to start with 2 lines, but end with 3 lines. This is too rigid and ruins our spacing. Instead, I will change the setting and keep the default value at 2 lines at start and 2 lines at end. This means InDesign is allowed to split a long summary, provided that there are at least 2 lines at the bottom of a current column and at least 2 lines carried over to the top of the next column. This introduces the right amount of flexibility. It eliminates awkward single-line orphans, keeps our inventory catalog compact with our target page count, and leaves no unwanted gaps. The negative spacing is completely fine. Everything looks fantastic, except for the paragraph about spectrometric identification of inorganic compounds. The publication and circular details are completely cut off from the summary. We want at least 2 lines of the summary to stay with the publication text, or the entire paragraph needs to hold together. Open the publication paragraph styles, select the Keep with Previous option and click OK. However, that only pulls in a single line of the summary paragraph. And now, there is some awkward spacing right below it. The ultimate fix is to open the summary paragraph styles, navigate to Keep Options, check Keep All Lines in Paragraph, and click OK. Now the document looks much cleaner than before. But we have one final hurdle. The last paragraph has been pushed to a new page, exceeding our required page limit. To fix that, we can undo our last adjustment, or simply open the summary paragraph styles and revert the setting back to start and end paragraph. Click OK. I want to create a brand new paragraph style that shares the same exact settings as summary paragraph style. Instead of building one from scratch, I will just duplicate the existing summary paragraph style. Right click on the summary paragraph style and choose duplicate style. I'm going to name this one Summary Peak. Next, head into the Keep Options panel and instead of leaving 2 lines at the end, set it to 3 lines at the end. Click OK. Now apply Summary Peak paragraph style to this paragraph only. And there you go. All the layout issues are solved. And whenever a similar problem pops later, I can just apply this Summary Peak paragraph style to fix it right away. Now, let's talk about the Start Paragraph drop-down menu sitting right at the bottom of the Keep Options panel. This tool is super helpful when you want to force specific paragraphs, like major section headers or new chapters, to always break away and land in a brand new spot. Let's break down what each option in this menu actually does to your text. Anywhere. This is the default setting. It places no special restrictions, meaning your paragraph will flow naturally wherever space permits, whether that happens to the middle of a column, a new frame, or a fresh page. In next column, choosing this will force the selected paragraph to jump immediately to the top of the next column, even if there is still empty space left at the bottom of the current column. In next frame, this option pushes the current paragraph to jump out of its current text box entirely and start at the very top of the next linked text frame in your story chain. On next page, this forces the paragraph to skip the rest of the current page and start fresh at the top of the next page. It is great for ensuring major titles always get a clean layout. On next odd page, this is a lifesaver for book design and multi-page layouts. It forces the paragraph to jump straight to the next available odd number page, which is typically where right-facing chapter openings belong. On next even page, similar to the previous setting, this forces the paragraph to jump directly to the next available even numbered page, ensuring your content always starts on a left-facing page. By the way, if you want to learn how to divide the columns from 1 column to 2 columns and even 3 columns, then watch the column magic tutorial on my channel. Link is in the card on top of this video and below in the description. If you found this tutorial helpful, hit the like button, subscribe for more InDesign tutorials, and let me know if you have any questions in the comments below. Thanks for watching and see you next time.